Hey, did you see this? Yeah, I mean seriously. Your looks, your age, they're shocking people. Like, literally breaking brains. Ever felt that stare? The whispering behind you? Wow, they can't believe it. They're stunned. And here's the truth. You have the C. Now listen, this isn't just luck. Nah, it's raw energy. It's power. It's something untouchable. You walk in, and the room, it changes. They try to measure you. Yeah, they fail. They thought age would slow you. They thought looks would fade. Nah, but here you are, rewriting reality, rewriting the rules. So keep your eyes, keep your mind, stay locked. Because in this video, we expose it all. Every reason, every secret, every shock they never expected. Your C is not just a moment, it's a legacy. And trust me, they'll never forget it. Never. They stare, they can't look away, and they hate it. Oh, wow. Did you see their faces? The sudden freeze, the blink that lasts a second too long, the mouths opening and closing like fish gasping for air. It's not just surprise. Nah, it's disbelief, confusion, and fear, all tangled together. They never expected this. They never imagined someone could exist like you. Not in this time. Not in this form. Age, looks, they're numbers, fleeting. But you? You're a storm wrapped in skin, a force they can feel even when they refuse to name it. Every step you take is a subtle reminder that the rules they've trusted so blindly are meaningless in your presence. They assumed predictability, assumed limits, assumed weakness, and then you appeared, shattering every expectation, breaking the patterns they held so dear. Your age is a lie to them. Your looks are a weapon they can't wield. And that C, oh, that C is the spark that ignites chaos in their orderly little worlds. Yeah, it's shocking. It's unfair. It's everything they weren't prepared for. And yet, here you are, moving through their judgment with calm precision. Not arrogance, not bravado. Pure, undeniable power. Oh, and the best part? They can't copy it. They can't steal it. They can't even understand it. Because you carry something invisible, untouchable, a signal that resonates with the unspoken laws of strength, resilience, and presence. They feel it, yes. Every glance they cast your way vibrates with it, but comprehension? You see, looks fade, age climbs, but the essence? The force that turns shock into awe, that grows, sharpens, expands, untethered by time, unchained by their expectations. That's where your true danger lies. They can't calculate it. They can't strategize against it. And as much as they squirm, as much as they whisper, as much as they try to cover the panic in their eyes, it spreads, infects them, reminds them that someone like you isn't meant to be tamed, predicted, or reduced. Oh, the silence when they finally realize, when the shock doesn't fade, when the disbelief lingers, twisting their minds into something brittle and exposed. That's your first victory. Not with words, not with fights, not with proof, but with presence, with the pure, raw, unrelenting truth of what you are. And the C, that's the signature, the thing they'll never name but will never forget. Power doesn't scream, it whispers, then it strikes. Oh, They think they've seen it all. Nah, they have no idea. The looks, the age, the sea, they believe it's surface. Something they can measure, something they can mock. But what they don't see is the depth beneath. The years, the struggles, the invisible sharpening of your mind and spirit. Every challenge you faced, every silent battle, it carved a weapon inside you, silent, precise, untouchable. Yeah, it's a weapon they can't recognize. A force that doesn't demand applause, doesn't need permission, and yet it dominates the room before you speak, before you move, before they even understand what's happening. The sea isn't charm. Oh no, it's clarity. It's courage. It's chaos restrained. It's the invisible fire that burns through pretense and fear alike. They whisper behind your back. They study, analyze, calculate, and still, they can't reach it. They can't grasp it. Every glance they throw your way is a tiny confession. We can't compete. We can't break this. And the beauty? You don't need to. You just exist. And the shock, the awe, the uncertainty, it spreads like wildfire. Every detail matters. Every line on your face, every subtle movement, every pause in your words, it's all ammunition. They see age as weakness, looks as fleeting, and you turn it into armor, into authority, into a force that grows stronger the more they resist it. The sea, it isn't taught, it isn't bought, it isn't borrowed, it is earned, forged in silence, sharpened by persistence, refined through life itself. Oh, the thrill when they finally feel it, when disbelief becomes fascination, when their attempts to rationalize you collapse in front of their own eyes. That's the moment they understand they're not dealing with what they expected. They're dealing with evolution, with mastery, with something entirely their world cannot contain. And the shock, that's only the beginning. Yeah, and here's the twist. The sea doesn't just stop at observation. It moves, it acts, it commands without words. It disrupts without violence. It's subtle, but unstoppable. They can feel it pulling at the edges of their control, unraveling their assumptions, leaving them trembling in silent acknowledgement of what they cannot touch, cannot own, cannot predict. Some forces are invisible, yet they dominate everything. Oh wow, did you feel that? That tiny shift in the room the moment you entered? Nah, it's not just perception. It's the ripple of the unseen, the tremor that runs through their carefully ordered minds. They see the face, they see the age, they see the sea, and they panic. Not because it's loud, not because it's flashy, but because it's undeniable. It exists beyond their calculations, beyond their logic, beyond their petty expectations. Every subtle detail in your presence is a storm they cannot measure. Every smile, every pause, every glance, it carries weight. A weight that bends reality in the corners of their vision. They whisper, they doubt, they question. And you move through it all like the calm in the eye of a hurricane, while the chaos consumes them. That sea, it's the current that pulls everything into your orbit, a silent gravity they cannot escape. Yeah, it's dangerous. And oh yes, it terrifies them. Not because it threatens with force, but because it exposes truth. It exposes what they've never faced. Someone who has molded every year, every struggle, every line into an unshakable presence. They feel it gnawing at their certainty. They feel it twisting their assumptions. They feel powerless in the presence of something they can't touch, can't name, can't control. And here's the twist. You don't even have to act. Not yet. The shock alone is your weapon. Every doubt, every hesitation they experience, every tremor in their gaze, it belongs to you. They can't hide it. They can't fight it. And when they try to speak, their words falter, because the force of the unseen, it doesn't respond to words. It doesn't need validation. It just exists and dominates. Oh, and that's just the beginning. Every move you make now will feel like revelation to them. Every gesture, every glance, every choice will echo in the chambers of their mind, reverberating with a truth they were never ready to witness. That sea. It's not charm. It's not surface-level allure. It's discipline. It's clarity. It's the ultimate refinement of presence into power. Yeah, they can study it. They can speculate. They can obsess. But they will never contain it. They will never command it. They will only watch, helpless, as it grows. And the more they struggle to understand, the more it asserts itself. Fear is nothing. Confusion is everything. Oh, they don't even know it yet. Nah, the panic hasn't arrived. Not fully. They feel the tremor in the air, the subtle twist of reality around your presence. Every glance, every breath you take, every calculated pause, it's a silent command. They are caught in the gravity of your existence, helpless, while the sea pulses like a quiet storm beneath their perception. Yeah, it's intoxicating. For you, not them. For them, it's chaos wrapped in curiosity, coated with doubt. They try to speak, they try to question, they try to rationalize. But your energy, your look, your age, your sea silences them. It bends their thoughts. It fractures their assumptions. Every move you make is a ripple, and they are caught in the waves. They thought shock was enough. Oh wow, shock was merely the opening act. Because when presence becomes a weapon, when maturity sharpens into authority, when every feature, every subtle nuance of your appearance radiates confidence, they crumble, not in violence, not in sound, but inside, where it counts, where certainty turns to hesitation, where judgment turns to awe. And that awe, it's the door to control. Nah, they cannot escape it. Every calculation they make, every plan, every defensive thought, they falter under the weight of something they cannot name. The sea is not charisma. It's not allure. It's the quiet domination of reality itself. They feel it in the pit of their stomachs. They see it reflected in every mirror they thought they understood. And slowly, relentlessly, it reshapes the space around you into a landscape where you are inevitable. Oh, the thrill isn't in confrontation. The thrill is in subtlety. In the pause that freezes them. In the look that makes them question every assumption they held. The power lies not in moving first, but in existing first, in being untouchable without striking. In watching the chaos bloom around them while you remain calm, poised, and utterly untouchable. Yeah. And the more they resist, the more their minds betray them. The more they try to impose logic, the more they become trapped in the maze your presence has built. And every hesitation, every faltering glance, every whispered question, they feed the sea. They fuel it. They make it grow. Until what started as shock becomes a psychological echo they cannot silence. Power isn't taken, it's awakened. Oh wow, they were shocked once. But shock is fragile, fleeting, temporary. What they feel now is different. Nah, it's deeper. It's the slow burn of inevitability. They stare. They whisper. They try to rationalize your presence. And every time they do, they fail. Every word they speak, every glance they cast, they reinforce what you already know. That the sea isn't a moment. It's a lifetime. A force sharpened by experience, molded by trials, and refined through silent mastery. Yeah, the room bends around you. Not literally, not overtly, but every reaction, every hesitation, every unspoken thought, they are part of your stage. And the stage is yours. Every eye fixed, every mind racing, every assumption crumbling, it's the proof. You are not merely seen. You are felt. You are known in the way only the unstoppable can be known. Oh, and they cannot touch it, cannot stop it, cannot replicate it. You move through time, through scrutiny, through expectation, untouchable. The sea is not charm, it's not youth, it's not mere appearance. It's authority distilled into presence. It's resilience wrapped in clarity. It's the ultimate rebellion against limitation itself. And now, they see it fully, painfully, inescapably. Nah. The beauty isn't in their shock. It's in their realization. Every calculation they made against you has collapsed. Every doubt they thought was safe has exploded. And every moment they try to impose control fails, because you exist outside of their rules. You exist beyond their predictions. And the more they resist, the more your power asserts itself. Oh, and that's the secret. That sea, it's not a feature, it's a force, a presence, a revolution in motion. They watch, and in watching, they are transformed into witnesses of something greater than themselves, something they cannot touch, cannot command, cannot escape. The awe they feel, it's your creation. The fear, your shadow. The respect, already earned. And the momentum, unstoppable. Yeah, they will remember this. Not for words, not for actions, but for the weight of what you carry. The energy, the authority, the sea, it will haunt their perception long after you leave the room. They were shocked once. They are captivated now, and they will never forget. They thought they understood you. Nah, they had no clue. Oh wow. Can you feel it? That moment when every eye in the room locks on you, not with admiration, not with envy, but with pure, undeniable shock? They aren't just surprised. They are unraveling. They are questioning everything they assumed about looks, about age, about power. And the reason the sea, that mysterious force inside you, it refuses to be contained. Yeah. They expected limits. They expected flaws. They expected predictability. And yet here you stand, flawless in motion, unshakable in presence, untouchable in aura. Every wrinkle, every line, every subtle detail of your age isn't weakness, it's a weapon. Every glance, every smirk, every pause, it slices through their assumptions like a razor. Oh, And they can't stop watching, can't stop feeling, can't stop guessing, because the sea radiates with a force they cannot measure. They whisper, they speculate, they fumble, and you don't even flinch. Nah, you thrive. You grow stronger with every moment of disbelief they cast in your direction. That sea, it's more than charm, more than presence. It's authority refined by experience, sharpened by struggle, forged in the silence of countless battles they never saw. Oh, and the beauty of it? It doesn't scream. It doesn't need to. It dominates without effort. It commands without force. It shakes the very foundations of their certainty. Yeah, they stare, but they are powerless. They want to resist, to rationalize, to reclaim control. But every attempt crumbles beneath the weight of your existence, beneath the reality of your unstoppable force. And that's the ultimate revelation. Looks and age are not chains. They are signals. They are weapons. They are the sea, crystallized. Every eye that doubts you, every mind that questions, every heartbeat that skips at your presence, it belongs to you now. They feel it, even if they can't name it. They fear it, even if they can't admit it. And the longer they watch, the more undeniable it becomes. You are untouchable, unbreakable, unforgettable. Oh, the shock isn't temporary. Nah, it's a ripple that grows into a storm. Every step you take, every glance you cast, every moment you exist, it compounds. They can't escape it. They can't ignore it. And deep down, they wouldn't want to. And there it is. You've seen it, felt it, and maybe, just maybe, understood it. The shock, the awe, the power, all of it, it's yours. Yeah, they stared. Yeah, they whispered, but you walked through it. Untouchable, unstoppable, unforgettable. Now I want to hear from you. Comment below. Tell me how they reacted. Tell me what your sea feels like. Share this video, because everyone deserves to witness the rise, the presence, the force you carry. Remember this. It's not just looks, not just age. It's everything you've become. Every line, every moment, every choice has sharpened you into what they can't ignore. You're the one rewriting the rules, the one they can't predict, the one they'll never forget. So stay sharp, stay unstoppable, and keep letting the world feel your sea, because they were shocked once. But you're just getting started. Hey buddy, they know you're the boss? And every move you make? Oh, it's got them triggered, shaking, sweating, scrambling. They thought you'd stay small. Nah, you flipped the script. You rose higher, louder, sharper. And now, every step you take feels like thunder crashing on their pride. Oh, you can feel it, can't you? That pressure in the air, that silence when you walk in, that look in their eyes that screams, we can't touch this. And guess what? You earned it. You built it. You own it. And they hate it. But hey, wow, this video? This isn't just words. It's a mirror, a weapon, a fire set loose just for you. Watch it to the end. Because every second, every line, it's proof that their jealousy, Their envy, their little whispers mean nothing compared to your dominance. And listen, I've got to give it up for you, my audience, my crew, my legends. Yeah, you're not just watchers, you're warriors. You're the reason this message echoes like thunder. So drop your comments, hit that super thanks, and let the world know you're part of this movement. Because today isn't just a video, it's a warning, a roar, a reminder that they know you're the boss now. And nothing's ever gonna change that. So, are you ready to watch them break? They know you're the boss now, and it terrifies them. Oh, the silence is louder than applause. You feel it, don't you? That tension in the air when you walk in, the way their eyes dart, the way their voices stutter, the way their confidence collapses under your presence. That's not coincidence, that's dominance. That's the invisible crown you didn't ask for but earned. And now, they can't stand it. Wow, isn't it poetic? The same ones who once mocked you for daring to stand tall are now choking on the smoke of your fire. They used to see you as background noise, a shadow, a filler. But shadows grow teeth when the light finally hits them. And now you're not a shadow anymore. You're the storm. You see, power doesn't start with noise. It starts with patience. It grows in silence. It builds in those long nights where no one clapped, no one cared, no one believed. But you believed. And that's why you're here now. That's why every step you take feels like thunder to their fragile little world. Yeah, they're triggered. Triggered by the way you don't beg. Triggered by the way you don't chase. Triggered by the way you breathe like the world belongs to you. Because deep down, they know it does. At least the part you've claimed with your sweat, with your scars, with your unshakable will. Nah, they can't handle it. They can't handle the fact that you broke out of the cage they're still rattling inside. They'll never admit it, but you can see it in their fake smiles, in their side comments, in the way they watch you when they think you're not looking. Their fear leaks out, dripping, spilling, staining every attempt to hide it. And oh, that fear is delicious. Not because you need their validation, but because it proves you've done what few ever do. You've shifted the balance. You're not on their level anymore. You've tilted the ground, and now they're slipping, clawing, gasping for something to hold on to while you rise higher. But here's the brutal truth. Dominance comes with a cost. The higher you climb, the more they'll try to drag you down. They can't stand the view you have, so they'll throw stones at the sky, hoping one will hit you. They'll disguise their envy as advice, their weakness as wisdom, their hate as humor. But you'll see through it. You always will. Because deep down, even they know the truth. You own the silence. You own the room. You own the weight of every second that ticks when you decide to move. And if you own the room now, what happens when you decide to own everything else? They'll come for you. Of course they will. Oh, that's the law of power. The moment you rise, the scavengers circle. They don't attack because you're weak. No, they attack because you're strong. They don't chase the quiet. They chase the loud. They don't plot against the invisible. They plot against the one who cast a shadow too big to ignore. And right now, your shadow has swallowed their comfort whole. Wow. Look at the way they scramble. They hide their claws behind false smiles. They wrap their jealousy in fake compliments. They sharpen their envy into jokes, thinking you won't notice the venom dripping underneath. But you do. You see every twitch, every slip, every mistake that wasn't really a mistake. And with every attempt to cut you down, they expose themselves more. Yeah, this is the irony. Their schemes are the loudest confession. They're screaming without words that you've become the standard. You've become the one they measure themselves against. And they hate it. Because every time you win, it feels like they lose. Every time you breathe freely, it feels like they suffocate. Your rise is their collapse. Your strength is their weakness, staring back at them like a mirror. Nah, don't mistake their noise for power. Noise is desperation. Power is silence. And you've mastered silence. That's why their attacks feel so small, so fragile, so pathetic against you. They'll try to distract you, bait you, drag you back into their mud. But you've learned the oldest truth of dominance. You don't step into the mud, you let them drown in it. And here's the punch they'll never recover from. Every word they throw at you only multiplies your aura. Every lie they tell about you strengthens the legend. Because deep down, everyone can see it. Lies are smoke. Your presence is fire, and fire always wins. But the question is, if their desperation already fuels your strength, what happens when you decide to unleash the full force they've never seen? The full force? They're not ready for it. Oh, they think they've seen your power already. They point at your victories, your presence, your dominance, and whisper, that's all they've got. But here's the joke. They've only seen the surface, the glimpse, the shadow of what you've truly become. The full force hasn't even been touched yet. Wow. Imagine the terror when they realize every move you made so far was restraint. Every step calculated. Every strike measured. You weren't showing off strength. You were holding it back. Because real power doesn't rush. Real power waits. It chooses the exact moment when silence must become thunder. And when that moment comes, nothing can stop the eruption. Yeah, that's the difference between you and them. They waste energy chasing attention. You conserve it. They scream for validation. You let results speak. They're fireworks, loud, flashy, gone in seconds. You're lightning. Silent until the strike, blinding when it lands. And once it lands, it changes everything around it. Nah, they're not built to handle that kind of pressure. They're built for gossip, for games, for surface-level victories. You're built for legacy, for permanence, for leaving marks that don't fade when the noise dies. That's why they twitch when you enter. Why they stutter when you speak, why they choke when you stand firm, because something inside them whispers the truth. This one can't be broken. And when you finally decide to unleash the force you've been holding, their world shifts. Suddenly, all their schemes look childish. All their noise sounds hollow. All their pride crumbles like dust. Because nothing terrifies a crowd more than realizing they never saw the full picture until it's too late. But here's the real twist. The force you carry isn't just about crushing them, it's about exposing them. It forces them to reveal who they really are when faced with someone untouchable. Some will fold, some will crawl, some will betray themselves just to survive in your presence. And all you'll have to do is watch. The question is, if your unseen force already terrifies them in silence, what happens when your vision starts shaping the future itself? Power shakes them. But vision destroys them. Oh, they can handle raw strength. They've seen strong people before. They've watched muscles flex, tempers flare, and egos explode. Strength is easy to understand, easy to measure, easy to dismiss. But vision is a nightmare. They can't escape, because vision doesn't just crush the present, it rewrites the future. Wow. Imagine standing in front of someone who doesn't just move with the crowd, but bends the crowd itself. Imagine facing someone whose plans stretch beyond today, beyond tomorrow, beyond the tiny boxes you've built to keep yourself safe. That's you. You've become the architect of outcomes, the one who doesn't just play the game, but redesigns the board itself. Yeah, that's why they panic when you speak. Not because your words are louder, but because your words carry weight. The kind of weight that shifts the room, shifts the mood, shifts their illusions into dust. They wanted you to stay ordinary, predictable, trapped in their cycle of envy and mediocrity. But your vision broke that cycle. And once something is broken, it can never be unseen. Nah, they'll never admit it. They'll pretend you're lucky. They'll claim you're arrogant. They'll whisper that you're out of touch. But every time they try to mock you, they reveal their own smallness. Because deep down, they know your vision makes their excuses irrelevant. Your path proves that limits are lies, and that truth alone terrifies them more than any scream or threat ever could. And here's the most brutal part. Vision is contagious. Once people see you rise with clarity, they can't unsee it. Once they witness you move with precision, they start to question their own hesitation. You don't just dominate them, you infect the atmosphere. You shift the standard. You turn the impossible into expectation. That's why they can't stand you. Because you're not just leading yourself, you're forcing them to realize they've been following lies. But understand this. Vision doesn't make you untouchable. It makes you hunted. The more you reshape, the more they resist. The more you create, the more they conspire. Yet every scheme only strengthens the truth. You've already planted seeds they can't uproot. Even if they cut you down, the roots remain. The ground is already marked with your blueprint. And that's the ultimate dominance. Not being seen today, but being impossible to erase tomorrow. They'll vanish, forgotten, swallowed by their own jealousy. You'll remain. Not because they allowed it, but because your vision made it inevitable. So here's the question that burns them alive. Control isn't given, it's taken. Oh, they'll never hand it over willingly. Power, respect, influence. They clutch at it with trembling hands, hoping you'll settle for crumbs. But you didn't rise this far to beg. You didn't endure storms just to accept scraps. Absolute control is seized, not requested. And when you take it, you redefine the rules of the game itself. Wow. Look at their faces when they realize the board no longer belongs to them. The strategies they memorized? Useless. The shortcuts they relied on? Closed. The illusions they worshipped? Shattered. That's what control looks like. Not chaos, but order. Order that bends to your will. Order that forces them to play on your terms or not at all. Yeah, that's the part that triggers them the most. Not just that you win, but that you decide how the winning is measured. You've gone from competitor to creator, from player to architect. They can't argue with results anymore, because you've turned results into your language. And the more they resist, the more obvious it becomes. Their relevance shrinks every time your control expands. Nah, don't think they'll take it lightly. They'll fight harder, they'll scream louder, they'll plot deeper. But desperation isn't power, it's proof of loss. Every desperate move exposes the truth. They no longer call the shots. They're reacting to you. You set the tempo. You shape the battlefield. You decide who rises and who falls. And nothing unsettles them more than realizing they've become extras in your story. Absolute control doesn't mean you crush everything beneath you. It means you stand so firm that nothing can move you. It means your vision is so sharp that distractions dissolve. It means your dominance is so complete that even your silence carries more weight than their screams. And when that level of control is finally visible, they'll ask the question they fear most. How do you stop someone who no longer plays the game, but owns it? And there it is, the truth laid bare. They can scheme, they can whisper, they can throw stones in the dark, but it won't matter, because they know you're the boss now. And their fear, their jealousy, their fake smiles, all of it is just proof of your dominance. Oh, you feel that? That silence after the storm, that heavy air that follows when a truth is too big to ignore. Yeah, that's the weight of who you've become. Not just a name, not just a face, but a force. Wow. And you, my audience, my legends, my people who ride with me till the end. You're part of this fire. Every comment you drop, every super thanks, every time you share this message, you're fueling this storm. You're proving to the world that the ones who rise don't rise alone. They rise with an army watching, clapping, roaring in the shadows. Nah. Don't just watch and scroll. Leave your mark. Let them see your name carved into this moment. Let them feel your presence in the comments like footsteps echoing in their heads. Because this is bigger than a video. This is a movement, a warning, a revolution. So here's your final order. Watch it again, share it. Stamp your name in the comments and keep feeding this flame, because they already know you're the boss, and now they'll never forget it. The game's over, and you won.